How's it going, guys? I hope you all had a great Valentine's Day yesterday. We had a great day in the Summers house, not because of anything that was related to Valentine's Day, but because Ryland, our youngest, he passed his driver's test. Guys, it's an exciting time when your kids can drive themselves. A little nerve-wracking too, right? You have a new set of hands to run errands for you, though. That's like the best part. All this week in our videos, we're talking about love. And Brooke shared an awesome passage from Romans 5, and Jason shared one from 1 Corinthians earlier in the week. Now, the passage that Jason shared with you guys has pretty special meaning for me and for Adrian. We actually memorized and then decided to recite that verse to one another as part of our wedding ceremony. It sounds great, right? Every couple that I've done premarital counseling with since then, and every couple that I've married since then, I have encouraged them to not do that in their own vows. Now, the wedding day is stressful enough. Why add a Bible pop quiz to the mix? That's what we think. Thankfully, Big Al, the pastor that married us, he had a cheat sheet for us in his binder. He'd even turned it upside down for him so that we were able to read it facing us when we were standing there trying to recite back and forth the 1 Corinthians 13 passage. Guys, it's a great passage on love, and so many of those behaviors are important to a healthy and God-honoring marriage. There is another great verse about love that's found in 1 John 3:16. And no, guys, I didn't mess that up, right? We all know John 3:16, but I think another verse that every believer should memorize is 1 John 3:16, which goes like this. This is how we know what love is. Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and our sisters. Guys, in this passage, the model that we have for what love looks like is the sacrificial love that Jesus demonstrated, right? Jesus gave up his glory to be like us. He died a horrible death as an innocent man to pay for our mistakes. As he walked the earth, his heart was broken for the lost, and he was compassionate to those that were on the fringes. He modeled a love that has been countercultural ever since he first showed it to us. He set a new bar for love, right? And we're called to live out that same kind of love in our daily lives. We're to think of others more often than we think of ourselves. We are to look out for the needs of other people, oftentimes to the detriment of our own needs. Guys, we're to love sacrificially. And I don't think I could have possibly understood that as well as after I had my kids. Our kids have been mad at us in the past because they didn't really get what they wanted. What they missed was all the stuff that Adrian and I have done without to give them the things that they do have, right? Give them those opportunities and those things. The late nights that we're doing housework after they fall asleep so that uniforms are going to be ready for the next day. The endless miles that we drive to watch games and concerts and other events. And all of that is done with joy that a parent can understand, and it's done with love. Parent has a unique view into 1 John 3:16 and what it means to lay down your life for someone else. Now, there are plenty of friendships that operate that way too, guys, but I know from my own experience, parenthood is an amazing teacher. Students, if you don't think that your parents sacrifice for you, I want to encourage you guys to make an easy, super simple dinner tonight. Spaghetti, man, it's a great option, right? And then have your whole family sit down at the table, enjoy that meal, and ask your parents what kind of things they are currently sacrificing for you to be able to have the life that you have right now. It's all done out of love for you as they model Jesus to you. So guys, follow their model when the time comes for your own families as well. Real love is costly to the giver, but it's rewarding to the receiver. And when we all make it our business to give freely to each other, we'll discover that it comes back to us from those that we love and have in our circles. Guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you all real soon.